Great Scott. Great Scott. Great Scott.
The biggest slight against who Superman is supposed to be, in my opinion, and I'm only doing this I'm kind of playing devil's advocate in a way, but not really, because I do feel this way. The new 52 Superman was, yes, a little more brash, a little more quick to act, a little more unseasoned, but that was the whole point. He was supposed to be new at it, but they're doing this whole thing because fans have said he's not my Superman, this isn't how Superman would be. And now, with only 2 books out so far about this new Superman, who was the old Superman, everyone's just praising how great it is, how happy they are, how wonderful it is just to have him back. And we're not looking at the same things that bothered us about the new 52. So I'm trying to point this out. I think the writing is still suffering. I thought the story was good. I liked it, but then you have these issues that I've been talking about, and the biggest thing is Batman and Wonder Woman show up at the end of the book after there's been an altercation between Clark and his son, not in a fighting kind of a way, but Jonathan's very upset because something terrible has happened to him. Superman isn't paying attention, he's oblivious to the fact that there's something wrong. He's instead immediately ready to yell at him and send him to his room. And listen, I have kids. I yell at my kids far too much. I have, I get frustrated far too much. I have very little patience. That's not supposed to be Superman. But okay, he made a mistake. He doesn't realize something's wrong with Jonathan. He doesn't care about the cat. They ask about it. They don't worry about where it is. Jonathan fried the cat by accident trying to save it from a hawk. He was trying to perform a rescue act as like a Superman-ish type of thing while Superman's in eating or hanging out or whatever he's doing while there's a hostage situation going on. So, this is a different book. The hostage situation's in the other one. But Batman and Wonder Woman show up at the end, clearly talking negatively about the boy. At least that's the insinuation. Maybe we'll find out later it's not. But the boy's in his room, basically hiding under his bed, afraid, doesn't know what's going on, doesn't know who they are. They're strangers in super uniforms. And Superman goes out and talks to them, and then apparently on their side comes in like this, intimidatingly, frighteningly, scary in the dark. Nary a smile, you don't even see the whites of his eyes, there's shadow everywhere. It's very scary looking and says, quickly and quietly, you're coming with me. Kind of like Batman, in my opinion. I've talked to some fans and they say, no way, man! The kid probably thought his dad was awesome or thought it was cool, he was going somewhere. And this is a kid who just found out his father's Superman. He's never even flown with him. I guess he rescued him at one point. But I'm sure the entire thing is cool and exciting, but scary and confusing, and he's not sure what's up, and he's already expressed his annoyance that they're making him lie, or they're using him as a way to hide from the world. And that is what they're doing. And this is Superman going in kind of like Batman, because I guess Batman yelled at him because his son's too powerful or whatever, and maybe that's not what happened, but that's what it appears to be in this book, and that's what it would appear to be from a child hiding under his bed in fear up in his room when his dad comes home. You're coming with me. And yes, we only see that one panel, but he looks pretty scary in that panel, and I didn't find it cool. I found it to be bullying, and I didn't find it to be something that Superman would do. Now that you've introduced the child, he does have to be held to a higher standard than the new 52 Superman, who was a brash, brand new Superman. This is the guy who's been around for years and years. This is the guy who's married Lois, and this is the guy who's had a son for, I guess it's about 10 years now. And I don't like intimidation. I'm not a Batman. I mean, I don't dislike Batman, but I'm not a Batman fan of being scary and that kind of thing. And when it comes to a child, look to Darwin Cook when Superman shows up in New Frontier, when Batman is frightening a kid and says, you're frightening people. That's the dichotomy. That's the difference between Batman and Superman. Superman brings light and hope and positivity. And this is his own son, and he's using Batman scare tactics. In my opinion, that's what it looks like at the end of the book. We're going to find out later that he's not, I'm sure there's no way he's going to hand this kid over to Batman, which sounded to me, or looks to me, by the ominousness of the scene. They didn't make it look positive or exciting, or wow, there's other heroes here talking to Dad. They made it look very scary, very ominous, very dark. They're in the woods, they're away from the house, they're kind of in blacks and grays. And then he comes into his room, and he looks very dark and ominous and scary. And when you got a kid who's already unsure and confused and already had a problem, it just looked bad to me. I didn't like it. So it wasn't cool. It was kind of, like I said, bully-ish. And you would go in as a father, I think, and you'd say, you know, I don't know what's going on with you, but we can't have you calling us liars and yelling at the table. Or maybe you just say that's enough when he's at the table. Or maybe you send him to his room, that's fine. But maybe then like, you go up and you talk to him and say, do you know why you were sent up here? You know what's up? And maybe you find out why he's acting so out of character. And maybe you know as Superman that the reason he could be acting so out of character is because his life has been drastically changed within a few days. He now has superpowers. You have superpowers. You're flying around. You know, Superman's kind of acting like an adult. Like he doesn't understand how difficult it would be for a 9-year-old or 10-year-old to deal with all of this stuff. And I just don't think that Superman should act that way or would. So I think either the writers are stumbling or they're trying to show us that even Superman makes mistakes or whatever, but it's dumb mistakes, I think. And when you have a situation with Batman and Wonder Woman showing up that looks very scary, and then you go into the kid's room and tell him what's going to happen, but not tell him what's going to happen, you just say, you're coming with me. It just doesn't seem very fatherly. It seems more like he's a cop or like a scary guy coming to your house telling you quietly, don't wake anybody because I'm taking you somewhere. I mean, I want to see what comes next. I want to see where it goes. I'm going to read, just like I read the New 52, even though there were issues. I understand everybody thinks it's awesome that they have their Superman back, and it's fine. I'm wondering where he got this suit, because he never wore this suit on his Earth. He wore a suit with red boots and red trunks. And now, with no real explanation where it came from or why he has it, he has a blue suit, a full blue, with no red trunks and no red boots, and it's just there in a box as if he's always had it. But he never wore that suit before, so why would he always have it? Anyway, thanks for watching, and remember to check out Nathan's new stuff at Household Heroes X3. It's a lot of cool stuff. You like unique collectibles that you can't get anywhere else. Remember, always look up in the sky. Last couple of weeks.
There we have new life. In the world, there is happiness. The mother left a few moments ago. I saw her. She had worm or food or something in her mouth. She's hopping around on the outskirts. She doesn't want to come back at the moment because I'm here. And I wasn't doing this a minute ago. I was over there, but she still didn't want to. They're waiting for babies. 3 of them. So, not everything is doom and gloom. Look, babies!